Well, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yesterday was probably the longest day ever. 5 o'clock in the morning to later than that, but for work it was till 8 o'clock at night, and then did a webinar afterwards. No rest, no nothing. That was I'm still recuperating from it. So so enough about that. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be answering questions. I answered what I could. I should feel better tomorrow. So today is Magicians of Mu, I guess the name of it. So that's Lemurian energies. So I guess Mu is I'm not a Lemurian expert. I guess Mu is separate than Lemuria. I don't know anything. I guess that's by those people that can tap into it. I don't get the best energy from Mu, at least not in the later years. In the early years, everything obviously is fine, but Mu later on is dark as hell, and that is like in the Indian Ocean, which is no surprise actually. A lot of black magician energy there. That's for damn sure. There might have been some Atlantis manipulations there, wouldn't doubt it. But damn, yeah, it makes sense. In all that area in the Indian Ocean. Um, yeah, it's not exactly family friendly. A lot of sacrifices, a lot of taking over minds, possessions. It's like a black magic epicenter. So if you're going to look at it from Mu and Lemuria, Mu is technically Lemuria, a part of Lemuria, and then Lemuria is like some other thing. I don't know. Apparently, I don't have memories of it, but Mu does not feel good. Lemuria is a little bit better, of course. Of course, like I said, in the ancient times, everything was fine and dandy. And you get more modern, everything, or whatever, modern for their time. Either way, you get the darker times, it's not good. But anyway, when it came to the tree people of Lemuria, um, more positive aspect of it. And then we'll go into Andromeda, um, in the Brave New World. So this one's a little bit controversial, I guess. So it's because Andromedan beings or any alien being coming off as extremely positive doesn't mean that they are. And some do have agendas. And I mean, they might have been positive in the beginning, and that might have been genuine, but then there's another agenda tied to it to manipulate people. So it's sophisticated. It's like here we're bringing all this positive energy, but we're going to walk you into a dystopian reality. It's like, yeah, the leader gone and everything, but we're still going to walk you into this dystopian reality no matter what. It's trickster stuff. It's major. There's a lot of layers, man. I mean, that's to say there's not positive energies in in Andromeda. There is, but it doesn't mean that there's not another agenda there either. If I spelled that right, Andromeda. I can't win on spelling. But it's true. I mean, how these beings, they come off as positive and they have this huge track record, and then ends up being a psyop later on. So, and just, I guess some people get pulled into spiritual groups and they get kind of lost. So, and Brave New World society, I mean, people just want to hear it. Well, religions are doing the same thing the spiritual communities are doing now. It's just different. It's a little bit more sophisticated, you can say. Leave one psyop to enter another one. So, because you don't see the world changing all that much into a high frequency world. You might see some things, but overall, it's still the same. So, yeah, it's like one step forward, two steps back. And then the rest of the world looks at the spiritual community. It's like, you guys lost your freaking minds. It's like, you people believe that stuff. I mean, I understand that you believe multidimensional realities and all that. I understand, but there's a layer of delusional thinking too that comes in, not realizing that some of these beings are hijacking your energy, not even realizing it, such as Andromedans or Pleiadians or Syrians and so on. So it gets complicated because even the Andromedans have their own archon reality. So I just don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but it's true. But whatever. It's I think I got one came to me and kind of didn't fall for it, you can say. Yeah, just because some of these spiritual groups are huge doesn't mean that they have the best intentions. And they don't. A lot of them don't. Or most of them don't. I don't know if there's a real good one out there, but it's pretty bad out there, man. So, I think I misspelled that word. Oh no, I stole that word. No, that should be okay. Okay, just make sure I spelled everything right. All right, Magicians of Mu. I imagine there's a positive side to them. Holy shit! I tell you, the end of their cycle is so black magic origins, like taking out, was it a body part, hearts and stuff like that. That's the later days of Mu, which is now modern India and other places similar to that. That's a lot of karma to clear. For you to go to this new Earth, you kind of have to clear a lot of that stuff. And I'm not sure if the people of India are ready to clear all that stuff just yet. Maybe in a few thousand years, or maybe 1,000,000 years at this point. Yeah, I'm not sure how this whole new Earth thing is going to work because you have to clear a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's one. Like I say, there's one side up after the other. It's something else. All right, it's time to talk to comic prep sessions. You have a schedule over here. You have the shop. The shop I'm on. I forget the first. Same situation here. We have a webinar. We actually have a webinar Saturday. Social network and behind the scenes. Yeah, sometimes I go a little bit too far here. I do. Anyway. All right, connecting to Mu. I'm not sure where's a good place to connect with that place. Nowhere? It's like, we'll connect to the good side of Mu, wherever that is. The first years of it, maybe. I mean, it's like the origins of magic here, at least the darker side of it. Holy shit, sacrifices, everything. Just, jeez. At least you have the tree people of the positive Lemurian. They're hugging everybody. Yeah, dolphins and whatever it might be. And the Mu people are, damn. I mean, I know there's a Martian influence here. That probably had something to do with Mu going down into the depths of itself. But damn, Mu already had issues before Mars showed up. So yeah, it's like India itself, or it's parts of India open up the underworld, literally. And there's places in India that are not exactly safe. And there's places around the world that are like that too. Africa also. So they literally just open up a doorway and here's hell. So anyway. So yeah, for you to get to this new Earth, you kind of have to heal all that stuff. Yeah, so if you want, yeah, I don't think you want to be like a spiritual Christian, go over there and try to fix things, as Christians have done that, and it hasn't gone out so well. Yeah, but that's kind of, yeah, just someone God or something like that, and then it kind of goes against it. Yeah. So, but always gonna bring good vibrations. That's good. Yeah, I think the spiritual community has a long ways of learning, man. The truth is painful. Yeah, it hurts. So the magicians of Mu, we're connected more to the positive aspect of that, if it does exist. It exists somewhere. We'll do what we best we can, though. So Fritzy is there to mind the shop. She's not going to take the background now. She did earlier today. So, all right, blessings. Taking a bath. That's good. All right, blessings. Yeah, we go to the tree people and then Andromeda. So, yeah, this is kind of a rough subject matter all the way down. So, all right, blessings. Greetings. We are the Lemurians. More of, yes, positive, 9th dimension, 10th dimension, vibration. Greetings. The magicians of Mu, yes, are all across the world. They are connected to druids. Yes, of course, they're part of India. They're everywhere. Even your English magician energies, they've influenced it to a certain degree. So they're the ones that are very connected to nature, but use nature against humanity. They want it for themselves, for the most part, at least in the darker years of it. And more positive vibrations, there are histories of the positive frequencies, yes. But much of it became selfish due to its power that it gained for itself. Its power over humanity, it's be able to use witchcraft over humans. When they saw they can control humanity, they became obsessed with it. In the beginning, it was used for just connecting soul empowerment and moving across the world and using magic for a positive frequency. But when they saw they can use it against humanity and get humans to do whatever they want, that's when the end of at least the Mu became to start to collapse. Some just became obsessed with it. And they can get any lover they wanted. I mean, they just can do whatever they want. A lot of those energies went into Babylon, even crushed Babylon over time due to the false magic that's been used. You're seeing that today. Of course, politicians use it also. So yes, you have magician powers. You have beings from other worlds that are using their power. They want to make sure this world follows a certain agenda. Certain agendas that they're not going to make clear at this time. Of course, they also use the magic of the moon to control societies too. So you're here to release much of this vibration to the best of your ability. It's up to you what you do with it. Well, yes, to basically protect your own frequency, that you are opening up channels to the right vibrations. There's a lot of real energies here that are difficult for your average human to handle. Basically, Lemuria goes into the world of the creatures. Creature beings, mystical creatures, snakes with 2 heads, 3 heads, beings that you see in your mythology, basically. And you tap into those frequencies, and you can technically bring that energy towards you if you wish. Even the energies of Medusa was created through Lemuria. Some of it was Atlantis, but a lot of it was Lemuria. So and there's, yes, a positive side to darkness, you can say. But much of your witchcraft comes from Mu also. Yes, it did mix within the Druids, but it went into other Aztec connections. Actually, your Aztecs are more around your world than you might realize. Yes, they're known to be in Mexico, but they were not just there. There were other places also. Influences. So it's not always going to be easy to tap into those energies. Yes, some go into a level of spirituality where they feel safe, but there are darker aspects that some just can't handle it. They don't want to see it, they want nothing to do with it, and so they shut it out. So yes, they do bring in higher frequencies, but you can't heal a world just with higher frequencies. You have to understand the darkness of the earth. And not many can handle, stabilize. They can't just connect to the lower realms and heal it. They can heal it from positive energies, but can you go into the dark side? Can you be poor? Can you be homeless? Can you be any of those things? Some can't handle that. And that's the Lantian royalty is here, where they refuse to be poor. And it's very powerful here. Obviously, some of that energy is rubbed off on your royal families. They just refuse. No matter what, it's like they create a certain type of reality and they stick with it. Even if it is, yes, delusional, which is much of that. Well, Lemurian frequencies basically is to tap into all forms of magic and to bring it into the physical world, no matter what, positive and light, or positive and dark. And the darkness, obviously, one through many, because the humans were connected to a physicality that was linked to darkness, and it was abused by those of power. And so they abused the humans, and the humans were already have amnesia already, even with the Atlanteans and Lemurian beings there. Humans are already not be able to tap into higher consciousness, and then it became worse. So, and many of you probably can remember some of this through their Akashic frequencies. So not that you yourself was tampering with humans, but you can probably remember that some beings were tampering with humans, which went on throughout history. You see it today. It has not ended. Of course, they don't show a magician in your public. Well, they do, but not the true magicians. There are true magicians, yes, but the true trickster magicians, they stay hidden. Get into your cabals and your secret societies, they're not going to make them public. Just like some of you that are intuitive connection, you don't make yourself public. Well, you're magician. Some magicians just don't. Some are made to be public to show you magic still exists. Of course, with limitations, but it still exists. No matter what, it exists. But there are obviously true magicians, the other magicians that just have to stay in the shadows. Yes, they're probably doing things they should not be doing. So, greetings to you. We are the Lemurian tree people. Our energy is for others to forgive themselves and just love life, to love themselves, love all things, connect to the oceans, love the oceans. Just realize you're an element of all, fragment of all things, all universes. As a tree person, you don't just connect to this reality, you connect to all realities. And in a physical form, so when you become physical as a physical tree, for example, you bring that universe here. So when you bring that universe here, you bring the beings here that incarnate from other places. Now, some are here to help humanity and some are not here to help, as you can see. So it's not often where you have a world open to all other worlds. Other worlds do, but they do keep themselves. Like Palladian sticks with Palladian, Syrian sticks with Syrian. Your world just opens the gates to everybody. So with everybody here, it makes it difficult to see what's truly around. But your spiritual growth will definitely increase, especially your connections to Sirius. As Sirius is basically a brother or sister energy connected to this planet. As they are going, many of those worlds in Sirius are going through what you're going through. Not exactly, but like a spiritual hijacking. That will become more clear. It's going to be controversial for now, but some of you in your spiritual development will feel worlds of Sirius connecting to you and feeling their pain and feeling themselves not remembering their spiritual connections. As they they took the direction as your planet to learn more about itself, and to do so, everything was stripped away of the spiritual worlds, and now you just know the physical. So those worlds are physical, but some of those are kind of fish, like planets, fish type people, mermaid type of people, and so on. And it's many of your lakes and rivers here are in not complete pain, but they're going through suffering as humans do, because they feel what humans go through. But also, they do generate the energy of the physical world. They see the positive of the physical being. And yes, humans have a lot of difficulties, insecurities, and you'd be surprised how many the elemental energies. I mean, obviously they're here to help you through it, but they're quite impressed why a human would even allow this to be part of their experience. All these insecurities, all of this just uncertainty. It is a maze within one's own lifetime. Where to go, who to trust, who's this, who's that. It's just a maze. It's not being blind, but it's kind of being blind. And it's not exactly, of course, but it's somewhat spiritually blind. And you slowly allow that assurance that you're going in the right direction. That's why you have your people don't believe in spirit guides, but some do, some don't. But you do have a guide council of some kind to help guide you where you need to be. Yes, some do guide you in the wrong direction. As anybody, if you're blindfolded and you get guided into walking into a wall, that's kind of like what's happening here. But eventually you'll find what you're looking for. It's just, but you take the blindfold off, you see through it, you open up your inner powers. It does take time, of course. It's just the appreciation of what you're going through. It's obviously not easy to appreciate. Not when you're going through suffering and it's mental turmoil by being attacked. We understand that. Well, because if you're getting energy attacked, you're getting depressed, you're probably also getting somewhere. And the beings here are taught to keep you shut down, and many of you are just reconfiguring reality. It's like, I'm not going to go by their program. I don't want to go by anyone's program. And obviously, the programmers are they're programmed to attack you, to keep you programmed. If you keep deactivating their agendas, they don't make it easy for you, but you are going to follow what is necessary. You came here for this. It's like you're a mechanic in some way, like a spiritual mechanic here to clear out, to make the world a better place with your own frequency. It's not easy, but it is in work, as many of you feel. Greetings to you, the higher consciousness of Andromeda. That much of your world is here to understand of how this world works, how you connect to the extraterrestrials, how there is much to heal there. Yes, you might have ET beings contacting you, even physically, but it does not mean that some of them don't have an agenda. Sometimes the beings that do connect to you physically, like, oh, I just had alien contact, that's so exciting. And there's a high possibility that's a being, it's a malevolent being. Does that make itself clear? of its intentions, but you're just so excited of that alien connection because yes, alien beings can be like predators. Here's a piece of chocolate given to a kid to lure you into the wrong direction. So yes, alien contact is very important to many. But idea is to understand how spiritual hijacking really occurs. It's up to the human to decide. You can call on these aliens for alien contact and actually get it, but is it always for your highest good? Is there other agendas connected to it? That's what you're here to understand. Yes, as you become more mature with your alien connections, it's just going to, because you're not used to this. You realize in history, you've seen a lot of mistakes done. And there are true histories that are being written. You might not believe all of them, but that's okay. But there are true histories of humanity where humanity was brought went to the wrong direction. With your alien connections, the same thing can happen. Yes, you connect to alien beings, but the ones that are making contact with humans don't have the best intentions. And you're here to understand that. Obviously, yes, there are many that are here to assist, but they're waiting for the human to be ready. But there are other beings like, oh, that human's ready, but that alien's there to hijack your frequency, especially when you aren't ready. But they feel that they can use you. So there's this. Yes, it's complicated, especially when you're dealing with beings you can't see for the most part. It's a psychic connection. Yes, it's going to get. There's a lot of maturity that's going to happen on your planet. It is. Yes, there's a lot of alien con vibrations that happen up. They're still healing themselves. Well, humans feel like they're going to leave this planet and go to another one. And yes, but you still have to heal the home that you are on. You're here to figure this place out. And there are some Andromedans that will take advantage of people, like any other alien species. It's just like you have a friend that takes advantage of your friendliness, your naiveness. There's aliens that do that. It's complicated. And now, is there karma on that alien being? Yes and no, because you agreed upon it, and they're in a world where they don't get karma, they can actually get away with it. It all depends on what world society they come from, because they'll be seen as a teacher, not necessarily as a manipulator, and if they're manipulating reality. Now, most likely, the alien being that's manipulating your society will eventually get some kind of karma in some form or another. Like I said, they might not get in that lifetime, but they might get another one, most likely. It will catch up to them eventually. But there are alien beings that can get away with practically anything, as you've seen here. And it's like, where's the karma for that being? Well, maybe not this lifetime, maybe not next one, but it'll come to them eventually. It just adds more of the frustration energies. And that's the idea. So yes, you're going to another level of your existence. You are bringing the alien vibrations here, but who are you bringing here to begin with? Obviously, trust is difficult. But yes, you're going to a new world. When you go into space, the galactic realms, it does get tricky. And you're here to learn that. So obviously take all experiences and treasure them. But it is just like, you pick up the phone and it's a spammer. Well, the aliens can do the same thing, but it's more sophisticated. And understanding how they work is not easy because there's no written text to warn you or prepare you what you're getting yourselves into. But it is a learning experience for sure. So there's a lot of galactic awakenings coming into your society. As Andromedan frequencies, we feel like we don't need to tell you about our civilizations and all that because you still have to figure out your civilization. We are here to assist, give some guidance, but not all. But if you connect to alien beings that are criticizing your society and they're here to say they're here to help, that's not always mean they're there to help. Because usually alien beings, they very well understand your society. They're not that ignorant. Now, they might not understand why you make the decisions that you make, but they are curious, but in a positive way. But other beings can just say, why don't you just change it to our society? Of course, that doesn't mean their society, the alien society, is not controlled just like yours, but just done differently. Where they're your master. A lot of these alien beings would more than happy to take your power away. So there's a lot of deep warning to go through. Yes, check your frequency, check your energy. Do you feel like the beings that you're tapping into is accurate? Like to have the best intentions. If you feel like it doesn't, just clear the frequency out. It's like, wow, I've been connected to that being for a long time, but I'm not sure if that one's been helping me after all. So it's just a lot of soul growth there. But this shows you are getting closer to actual alien contact when you're contacting the right beings. If you connect to the wrong being, that's just part of growth. This is don't put yourself down too much. Just move forward. But yes, you're connected to the universe. It's not going to be much easier there than it is here. They tell you the alien frequencies are easier and all that, but yes, but they're more wiser. They can connect to the higher frequencies, but they can also know they can manipulate your reality without a problem. It's for you, the human, to realize that. And this shows how powerful you are. They don't let them tell you what to do. And this, eventually, humanity will dissect all the alien beings that have been here, always channeled or connected, whatever it might be. And you might not always agree with all these beings, but it doesn't make them always negative. But some of them definitely do not have the best intentions. But there are also people that feel that the beings that don't have the best intentions are the best beings to connect with because they made contact with them. So they kind of look over those manipulations that they were doing. It's going to get complicated here. So as you go to the next level of your experiences, it's just to know what you're getting into. So blessings.